Alright, let's begin. So for this week we had to do the flyweight pattern to display the score on top as well as the lives, and also the wave manager, which will read from the text file and pass all the data it needs into the spawners. So I can see we're on the second wave. I only put 2 waves in here, so if I clear out the second wave, oh, well, I got hit, but whenever the player gets hit, it swaps over to the second player and their current wave, so now player 2 can play, and then if they get hit, it goes back to player 1. And if I were to clear out this wave, which I'll try and do quickly, oh, no. When I clear out the wave, it will replay the last wave because there's nothing else left in the file. So allow this quickly. There, so now it's replaying the same wave because there's no other waves left in the list. For coding this, the player, whenever the score is updated, we update the score glyphs so that the score text can change. This is drawn in the player, as well as the lives are being drawn in the player. The lives get updated whenever the player is damaged, so that it will be 1 life less. In the text manager, we convert the score into a string, and then convert that string into a bunch of glyphs to be drawn on screen. Then for the lives, I use this % symbol to show where the blaster is on the font screen, on the font file. And then we run this as many times as the player has lives and display it. Display, no memory leaks. So once we start the game, we have the open wave file path. So the wave manager will take a file path, check for the file, and open it. If not, it crashes, and we have a bunch of other crashes if it doesn't meet the criteria we're looking for. Whenever we finish a data set of the critters, we push it into a temporary variable. This variable is for this strut, which will store all of the wave data for every critter. So it has a way to store the centipede, the spider, the flea, and the scorpion, which has the data that we were talking about on the sprint. And once we finish all of that, it will push it into a list of that class type, and then it will keep going until it finds all the waves. So here we have when we have to send the wave data. So take in whatever the player's current wave is, iterate through our list, and then shove all the data into the spawners. So if I go back to here, see right here we get the current player's wave after we swap or after we start the game. When we swap we have to clear out the current grid. So all of the spawners now have a list to keep track of the active critters on the field. So the centipede heads keep track of all the centipede heads. When we need to swap players, it will take all of the active heads and remove them. By doing it this way, the player doesn't get any extra points. If I were to quickly try and change this. So now if we try and start on wave 4, we will crash. We crash because it is looking for wave 1. If I were to just add some garbage here and run it, we crash again because it's expecting the wave header. If I were to change this to be garbage as well and run it, we get one final crash because it's expecting an integer. And that's it.